Hello everyone, welcome to IP Mat by LPT, a channel devoted to the preparation of IPM exams. My name is Neelam and I'm going to be a trainer for vocabulary, grammar and verbal ability. We started the series a few weeks ago, and every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 12 o'clock we bring sessions for vocabulary, grammar and verbal ability. Coming Saturday, we are going to discuss a new concept of grammar. Today, we are going to continue with the session we started on Tuesday. We started words with financial scammers. As you can see the picture behind me, there are economic and financial fraud pictures put up there to explain to you what these words are, right? So, in case you encounter a passage based on financial fraud or financial malfeasance, you will be able to understand the meaning, recall their meaning, and will be able to mark your answer in case there is a question based on vocabulary, right? So that's the whole purpose of putting these words together in the fabric of a theme, so that all the words you can understand and you will be able to recall them together, right? So I hope this strategy is working and you will be able to remember these words all together, right? So let's start with a quick revision. We did first word, that was white collar crimes. So there are blue collar jobs, there are white collar jobs, right? So blue collar jobs are those jobs which are done by laborers, which requires a lot of hard work, which requires you to sweat it out on ground, right? Whereas white collar job is a cushy job. When you have a desk job, you have a computer, you go to office, you wear all executive clothes and you do your work, right? So these white collar crime are committed by those people who are at a very established position in their organization and same time who had access to very confidential information and possibly to the accounts of the organization, and that's why they were called white collar criminals or white collar crime, right? So most of the time the financial fraud or economic fraud are done by white collar executives. So white collar crime, these crimes are known as white collar crime. Embezzlement, we did this word as well. इसका मतलब होता है एक मनी और एक फंड या एक कैपिटल जो आपको दिया गया है किसी और के द्वारा एज अ ट्रस्ट, आप उसको मिसयूज़ करते हैं, आप उसको अपने फ़ायदे के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. सो दैट इज़ व्हाट इज़ एम्बेजलमेंट, जो अक्सर हम बोलते हैं आप अमानत में खयानत करना. ठीक है, आपको एक ट्रस्ट दिया गया था, लेट्स से बैंक का कैशियर होता है या एक पर्सन होता है जो फ़ी कलेक्ट करता है, या वो पर्सन होता है जो जिसके पास सारा कैश आता है, पूरा ट्रांजेक्शन उसके पास होता है, कॉफर उसके पास होता है. अगर उसी मनी को वो अपने बेनिफिट के लिए यूज़ करता है, सो दैट इज़ एम्बेजलमेंट. हमने ये वर्ड पॉलिटिकल उसमें भी किया था कि जब सेंटर से किसी के पास, किसी स्टेट के पास कुछ फंड आता है कोई एक्टिविटीज़ के लिए, डेवलपमेंट एक्टिविटी के लिए, और वो स्टेट के ऑफिसर्स या वो स्टेट के पॉलिटिशियंस उस फंड को अपने लिए यूज़ कर ले और कुछ ही पार्ट जो है वो लोगों तक जाए. सो दैट इज़ ऑल्सो एम्बेजलमेंट ऑफ फंड्स. ठीक है, सेम इज मिसअप्रोप्रिएशन ऑफ फंड and embezzlement of fund, both are same. Hoodwink, very interesting word, and which is used to trick people, to cheat people. ठीक है, जब आप कुछ ऐसा करें जिससे लोग अपनी क्लेवर बातों से या मिसलीडिंग टॉक से या अपनी कुछ ऐसे हाथ की सफाई से जब लोगों को आप बेवकूफ़ बनाते हैं या लोगों को जो बेवकूफ़ बनाते हैं. सो दैट इज़ व्हाट इज़ हुडविंक. हुडविंक इज़ अ वर्ब, राइट? हुडविंक somebody into doing something. नेक्स्ट वर्ड was collude. collude is जब 3-4 लोग या 2 लोग आपस में मिलते हैं, नेक्सस बनाते हैं एक क्लोज, एंड पूरी कॉन्स्पिरेसी हैच करते हैं या पूरा एक सबोटाज पूरा प्लान करते हैं कि अब ये कैसे होगा, इसको कैसे एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे, किस टाइम पे ऐसा होगा. सो दैट इज़ कल्यूजन. 2-3 लोग मिलके जब एक नेक्सस बनाते हैं, ग्रुप बनाते हैं किसी क्राइम को करने के लिए, सो दैट इज़ कल्यूजन. वी डिड दिस वर्ड एज वेल. वी ऑल्सो डिड रिगिंग. रिगिंग का मतलब है किसी भी सिस्टम को मैनिपुलेट करना इस नज़रिए से कि आपको फ़ायदा हो. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था, ईवीएम रिगिंग हो सकती है, स्केल रिगिंग हो सकती है. तराजू में कई दुकानदार ऐसा होते हैं, तोलते कम है लेकिन पैसा आपसे उतना ही लेते हैं, और जब आप घर जाते हैं तो आपको चीज़ जो है वो 1 किलो नहीं होती है, वो पॉसिबली 200 ग्राम, 250 ग्राम या 100 ग्राम कम होती है. सो दैट इज़ व्हाट इज़ रिगिंग. इलेक्शन कैन बी रिग्ड, ईवीएम कैन बी रिग्ड. मैंने आपको ये भी बताया था गवर्नमेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स के लिए भी रिगिंग होती है. बिडिंग रिग जैसे बिड जो है वो रिगिंग होती है, प्राइस रिगिंग होती है, शेयर मार्केट रिगिंग होती है. दैट मीन्स कुछ मैनिपुलेटिव स्ट्रैटेजी से कुछ ऐसा किया जाता है कि किसी पर्टिकुलर कंपनी का प्राइस जो है वो ऊपर जाता है एंड देन profit booking comes, suddenly it drops down and then again it goes up. So that is price rigging. कई जैसे बहुत FII होते हैं जो heavy pockets होते हैं, they also do rigging. तो किसी भी सिस्टम को उसके फ्लॉज निकाल के उसको इस तरह से मैनिपुलेट करना कि आपको लगातार फायदा हो. So that is what is rigging. ठीक है? Let's start with the new set of words. So these were the words we did in the last class. I just gave you a recap so that you remember the words, and because we are going to do an exercise followed by these words, so I just wanted you to have a quick recap so that you freshen up your memory for these words. The first word is siphon. Siphon basically, अगर आपने देखा हो siphon, तो उसके दो पार्ट होते हैं, ठीक है? And one part is broad and another part is a little narrow, ठीक है? So उसी को पिक्चर कीजिए और ध्यान करने की कोशिश कीजिए कि आप एक पार्ट में कुछ डाल रहे हैं एंड सेकेंड पार्ट से उसको एक्सट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं, निकाल रहे हैं. बेसिकली साइफन का ये मतलब है कि आप मनी जहाँ पे आया है वहाँ से उसको ले रहे हैं और दूसरी जगह से उसको निकाल रहे हैं. जब आप अपने ऑफिस का फंड या उस पार्ट का फंड जो आपका नहीं है उसको साइफन ऑफ करते हैं, दैट क्लियरली मीन्स यू आर एम्बेजलिंग द फंड. ठीक है, एम्बेजल का ही दूसरा वो है, लेकिन एक जगह से उठाना और दूसरी जगह पे डालना. ठीक है, जैसे लेट्स से यू आर वर्किंग फॉर अ डिपार्टमेंट विच इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर गिविंग द स्कॉलरशिप टू students, meritorious students, and you get a lot of funds from center for disbursing these scholarship, but you actually get a certain amount from that account, the government's account, to your own account for your own benefit. So that is you are siphoning off money. ठीक है, जो मनी बच्चों को दिया जाना चाहिए उनकी स्कॉलरशिप के लिए, यू आर टेकिंग एडवांटेज ऑफ having access to that account and you are taking that money to your account. Siphoning off, right? Very frequently used in these contexts. So she has been accused of siphoning off thousands of pounds from the company into her own bank account. ठीक है? The politician was accused of using his position to siphon off public funds into his own private accounts. So in this context only this word is used. ठीक है? So siphon off is इसी तरह से use होता है. Off is a preposition which comes with siphon. So start developing an eye for these phrases, because on and off you will be questioned or you will be tested on these phrases. वो एक word दे देगा and then preposition को छोड़ देगा. You will have to fill in the preposition or siphon off, double off, siphon off, single F, or siphon in or siphon at. So it's going to change the preposition. So you need to be very sure how the word is pronounced and how it is spelled, right? So this is how the word is going to come, with double F. ठीक है? So siphon off. Remember this word. Next word is accomplice, your partner in crime. So when jokingly or in a very light-hearted manner, any friend who is very close to you, who knows all your innermost secrets, all your pranks, all the things that you have done possibly which you cannot share with everyone, is your partner in crime. ठीक है, तो हम उसको jocularly तो use करते हैं, but a person who actually does it is known as accomplice. ठीक है? So accomplice is someone who helps you in committing a crime, who assists you committing a crime, actual. ठीक है? So accomplice is same as accessory. जो accessory हम पहनते हैं अपने costume या अपने appearance के look को enhance करने के लिए, anything which you wear to enhance your appearance, to enhance your overall look, that is what is accessory. ठीक है? Computer की accessory होती हैं, some items are essential and some are accessory. So accessory is also someone, one is a key perpetrator, जो main criminal है, जिसने सबसे ज़्यादा उस crime को करने के लिए सारी चीज़ें की है. Another person is accessory, somebody who helps that person commit a crime. ठीक है? So same as accomplice, a person who helps another to commit a crime or to do something wrong. She became his unwitting accomplice in the robbery. Unwitting, पता ही नहीं चला उसको कि कब वो robbery में उसका हिस्सा बन गई. ठीक है? An accomplice to murder. The police suspect that he had an accomplice. पुलिस को ये suspicion है कि उसने अकेले नहीं किया है, but there was somebody who was an accomplice, means somebody who assisted him committing a crime. ठीक है? So accomplice and accessory both are same. Swindle basically is a verb, a situation in which somebody uses dishonest or illegal methods in order to get money from a company, another person. ठीक है? Swindler will be an adjective, will be a person who does it. Swindle will be verb. ठीक है? So I don't know, I mean, your generation might have heard about Charles Shobhraj or not, but when we were very young, we were told stories about Charles Shobhraj, who actually swindled people into buying Taj Mahal. So he was so clever, but same time he was so dishonest that he made people believe that he owned Taj Mahal, or he had the authority to sell it. He was authorized to sell it, and he sold Taj Mahal. I don't know how much veracity this whole story has, or this whole anecdote has, but this is what we were told, just to, you know, kind of create an effect that how he swindled a lot of people. He was a famous con man of India, Charles Shobhraj, right? So swindler is a person who does it. ठीक है? So they swindle local businesses out of thousands of dollars. चीट किया उन्होंने. कई बार आपने देखा होगा कि कई लोग नकली सिक्कों को सोने का सिक्का बता के जो है वो बेच देते हैं. सो दे आर स्विंडलर, राइट? और कई लोग ऐसे भी होते हैं, एंड यूजुअली जो गलिबल विमेन को निशाना बनाते हैं, दोज विमेन हु आर नॉट वेरी एक्सपोज्ड, और दोज विमेन हु आर नॉट वर्ल्डली वाइज, दे आर इन अ वेरी वल्नरेबल सिचुएशन. को उनको बोला जाता है कि ये जो आपने गहना पहना हुआ है, वो उनके पास ऐसा केमिकल है जो उसको अगर उतार के देते हैं तो वो 10-15 मिनट में उस गहने को डबल कर देंगे. ठीक है? और दोज विमेन एक्चुअली फॉल into this trap, and they give away their gold, precious gold, to these swindlers, right? और वो क्या करते हैं, उसको इस तरह से वो क्रिएट करते हैं कि 5-7 मिनट के लिए वो हिप्नोटाइज हो जाती हैं, and they shoo away, right? So that is what is swindling, right? So that act of fooling people, that is swindling, and those people are swindler. ठीक है? Money laundering, basically, it's also an act, it's also a law, very stringent law, which is executed in India. Basically, लोग क्या करते हैं कि अगर किसी illegal means से आपने पैसा कमाया है, तो आपको divulge करना पड़ेगा कि आपने वो source कहाँ, किस तरीके से आपने वो पैसा कमाया है. Because in order to spend that money, you need to either have to spend it, or you have to deposit that money in your bank account, right? Either way, you will have to divulge where that money came from. Otherwise, you won't be able to spend that money in buying something legal. ठीक है? तो उसको क्या किया जाता है? उसको मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग के थ्रू कुछ ऑफशोर अकाउंट्स में, या फॉरेन बैंक अकाउंट्स में, या किसी लीगल बिजनेस में डाला जाता है ताकि आपका ब्लैक मनी वाइट हो जाए. दैट एक्ट इज नोन एज मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग. ठीक है? सो द एक्ट ऑफ मेकिंग द ब्लैक मनी वाइट so that it can be circulated in the formal economy, the normal economy. That is what is money laundering. So that the whole act is known as money laundering. ठीक है? So I hope you are clear with the meaning of money laundering. Next देखिए, chicanery, the use of complicated plans and clever talk in order to trick people, full of deception. ठीक है? आपने कई बार देखा होगा, अभी आजकल बहुत ये खबरें आती हैं, जमतारा इज़ क्वाइट फेमस फॉर यूजिंग दीज tricky things or these dishonest ways to trick people, especially a specific demography like older people who are not very conversant with technology. They are not very tech savvy. They don't know how to operate with banking, net banking especially, and they fall in trap of these people who are full of chicanery. तो उनको क्या किया जाता है? उनको बोला जाता है कि आपका बैंक अकाउंट आपको कुछ प्राइज़ मिला है, या आपको कुछ अवार्ड मिला है, या आपको कुछ गिफ्ट मिला है, उसके लिए आपको एक OTP आएगा, OTP शेयर करना पड़ेगा, एंड दे कम ऑफ एज समबडी हु इज़ स्पीकिंग फ्रॉम द कॉल सेंटर ऑफ द बैंक, राइट? इसमें पूरी एक नेट सीरीज़ भी बनी है, नेटफ्लिक्स पे सीरीज़ है जमतारा. देयर इज़ अ टाउन विच इज़ क्वाइट नोटोरियस फॉर दीज पीपल हु आर फुल ऑफ स्विंडलर्स. सो उनसे बोला जाता है कि आपके पास एक अकाउंट आएगा, OTP आएगा, वो OTP जैसे ही शेयर करते हैं, इन स्विंडलर के पास उनका एक्सेस मिल जाता है, एंड दे साइफन ऑफ द मनी फ्रॉम दोज अकाउंट टू देयर ओन अकाउंट, राइट? एंड दोज पीपल हैव नथिंग बट टू रिग्रेट लेटर ऑन, because when they realize their account has been completely emptied by these people. ठीक है? So that is what is chicanery. उनकी इतनी चालाकी से भरी बातें होती हैं, एंड वो बहुत ट्रस्ट डेवलप करते हैं, पहले बात करते हैं आपसे और एक दो चीज़ें आपके बारे में बताते हैं, बिकॉज दे डू अ लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च, राइट? एंड देन दे डू दिस ट्रिक. सो डिसऑनेस्ट वे से लोगों से पैसा लेना. So using clever talk, using tricky talk or misleading talk to trick people into giving away their money or their precious things. So that is what is chicanery. ठीक है. Political chicanery भी use होती है. जैसे आजकल आपने देखा होगा कि opposition is targeting government, BJP government for doing political chicanery कि कई states में actually fake votes डले हैं. ठीक है. Actually उतने लोग ही नहीं थे जितने votes डले हैं. So the BJP has been accused of political chicanery. ठीक है. Malfeasance, MAL, is a root word which always comes for bad. ठीक है. This root is associated with bad, anything which is evil basically. ठीक है. Malady, malfunction, malediction, बहुत सारे words हैं ऐसे. अगर आप root technique करेंगे vocabulary building की तो आपके लिए बहुत help करेगा ये. So malfeasance is basically any dishonest action, any criminal activity committed by a government officer or even a public, even a private officer, somebody who is doing a large business. If he commits a crime, that's also malfeasance. Or a government officer also is involved in any criminal activity, that will also be malfeasance, right? देखिए, the memo set strict ground rules for dealing with corporate malfeasance, right? So Ramalingam Raju, the Satyam scam, was an example of malfeasance, right? Because he was running a large business, but he was accused of cooking his books in a way which shows that whatever he was doing was hunky-dory, but actually it was not. ठीक है? So that is also corporate malfeasance. Or any government officer who is found taking bribe or doing any wrong activity will also be malfeasance. ठीक है? So बहुत सारे words हो गए गलत कामों के लिए, गलत activities के लिए. I hope कुछ words आप लोगों के दिमाग में mix up भी हो रहे होंगे. You may be a little confused. So let's do an exercise quickly so that we can put these words into practice and we can actually figure out how they are used. ठीक है? चलिए. First, the thief and his dash planted the bank robbery carefully. तो हमने ये देखा कि एक thief है और उसके साथ जो काम कर रहा है. So we did two words for somebody who assists another person in committing a crime. One is accomplice and second is accessory. Both words can come here. So the thief and his accomplice planned the bank robbery carefully. All right. Next देखिए. The accountant was arrested for dash after he diverted company fund into his personal account. So here, siphoning off from one account to another, when you put money or you transfer money, that is what is siphon off, right? So siphon off. The accountant was arrested for siphoning off after he diverted company fund into his personal account. Another word that could come here is also embezzlement. The accountant was arrested for embezzlement after he diverted company fund into his personal account. Third word, the accountant was arrested for misappropriation after he diverted company fund into his personal account. Depending on how the sentence structure is put, all three words can come in the noun form. Misappropriation, embezzlement, siphon off. Alright? Next देखिए. The corrupt manager tried to dash the funds from the company into his personal account. Right? So again, as we discussed, siphon off can come here. So यहाँ पे siphon off ही आएगा because try to embezzlement यहाँ पे noun नहीं आएगा. ठीक है? Try to के बाद हमें verb ही चाहिए. So start developing an eye for these things as well. Do I need a noun? Do I need a verb? Or do I need an adjective? Right? So when you start understanding the part of the speech, you will also be able to figure out which option actually fits the bill. And you will start eliminating those options which are not in that grammatical construction for you. Here we need a verb, and verb is siphon off. The fraudster attempted to dash innocent villagers by selling them fake gold coins. ठीक है? So here I hope you will be able to understand that the word will be the fraudster attempted to swindle innocent villagers by selling them fake gold coins. Next देखिए, several officers were accused of election dash when fake votes were discovered. We discussed this sentence which BJP has been accused of lately. So answer will be here, chicanery, right? The officers were accused of election chicanery. Next देखिए, the politician and the businessman decided to dash in order to fix the government contract. So when two people come together in order to commit a crime or in order to do any illegal activity, illicit activity, so that is what is collude. Collusion is nexus, right? So one person in cahoots with other person for committing a crime, for perpetrating a crime is what collusion is. ठीक है? It has a negative connotation. It's not like कि दो Red Cross Society and Law Prep दोनों ने association किया है कि वो blood donation के लिए awareness कैम्प करेंगे. So this is for a positive cause. This is for a good cause. This can never be called collusion, right? Collusion is always an association for a bad purpose, for an illegal purpose. So here the answer will be collude. Okay? So we did a lot of words today with economic fraud and financial scams and everything. So as the purpose goes without saying that it's for your increased awareness for these words and their meaning, and words actually are the building block for understanding. So when you do a passage which is based on financial fraud, or let's say how corporate governance rules are there in a passage, you will very likely encounter one or other of these words. So I'm sure you'll be able to make better sense of them now, and if you keep on using whenever situation arises or whenever the context is fitting, you will be able to confidently use these words in sentence or maybe in your conversation. Okay, so that's the whole purpose. I hope it helped you, and see you on Saturday for grammar class, in which we are going to have new grammatical rule. We will also do previous year IPM questions based on that rule. Okay, till then, happy Dashera, enjoy festivities around, and thank you so much.